Alright, so I was looking for different Halloween houses here in Sedalia, just driving around. I came across this one here on 3rd Street. I think they got me beat. Look at that. That is really neat. They got a lot going on. Like I said, they definitely got me beat, without a doubt. Really good though. I like what they did. See if I can get close up. I think that's as close as I can get on here. I would get up closer to the house, but since that's 3rd Street's a pretty busy street, so I don't want to block it too much. But really cool. I like what they did. All right, y'all. So I added to the Halloween display this week, or weekend, I should say. I got my mowing done. That light caught me. You can't move around in here without that light going off. And I got it fixed in when we bought it to where I can't really just turn it off. It's kind of wired in, so, oh well. Anyway, so I got this part of the Halloween display. And then over here, of course, we have our you know, our tombstones, cutouts, that stuff. But I got these up now. So there's that, these little flags. And as I was saying, I had another dinosaur, but he fell over. Just pick him up. If I put him back there like that. So he's kind of with the other dinosaur. So there you go, 2 dinosaurs. And then, like I said, and then you got your Boo. And then back here with the Sanderson sisters, they got their pot now. So there you go. They have their pot. It's not a big cauldron, but hey, it'll do it. It'll get the job done. And there you go. And then I just got to add the thing for the door. So I'll add that here in a little bit. And then this light here, which I was hoping you all could see a little bit better for Red Friday, but that fucking light won't. Just came back on. Oh well. Anyway, there you go. Forgot, I was going to show this part too. So I've got this up too for Halloween. As you come in here to the deck, we have them up, and then I have the pillows. So the outside I think is pretty much ready for Halloween now. So now we're setting up the inside. All right, y'all. So first off, I got this up. This is freaking awesome, guys. Angela picked this out from that Halloween store, Spirit Halloween. So Harry Potter door thing this year. And then we still have our Beetlejuice one, so I'm gonna put it up probably on our bathroom door, so when you walk in, the inside, our inside of the house will be decked up for Halloween too. We just gotta start decking up the inside tomorrow. But I did get a new decoration. I got this spider up there at Knob Noster on the open air market that they had. And I'll take you around. So we got some cookies from our cookie lady. I meant to record a video while I was up there, and I apologize. So that was in Warrensburg's Farmer Market, and then also at the open air market in Knob. I got this. I think that's their new one. I like the tigers on it, so that's really cool. So it's an iron-on one. It's not one of the Velcro. It's iron-on, but that's okay. I'm gonna put it over there with my B2 stuff. So there's that. Panther took his collar off again, so I gotta get it back on. He does that a lot. I don't know if anybody else has that problem with cats, but. And then of course we stopped by Darby because we've always got to stop at the Moonlit Pedicure. So there is the stuff we got at Moonlit, or what I got. I've never had beard comb, so I'm gonna try hers and see if I like it. If I do, I'll get some more. So there's that. And yeah, while I'm on here, I definitely gotta, I don't know where Angela put my painting at. Did she put it in? Because I definitely want it up in the living room. I'm a sweet talker into putting those up in the living room. There's the paintings we did last time. There's my painting I did this time. So, by the way, that is at, because I forgot to mention it, I think in my last video, and I'll show a picture of it when I was up there painting, although I did show a video of us painting these. But that was at the Moonlit Pedicure. So I gotta give props to them. No, they don't pay me to do this. Not at all. But she is a friend of mine, so Darby, we become good friends with Darby, the owner of the Moonlit store. So because of that, I promote her stuff because she's got really, well, I would promote her anyway. She's got really good stuff, but we become good friends with her on top of that. Really nice lady. But yeah, and then also at the open air market, we got these. So that will go for Angela's 50s, 60s look here in the kitchen. We're trying to get stuff. We're getting stuff little by little. So, and then I've got all the Halloween stuff that I was mentioned yesterday. It's all there in a pile. Some of it is for my skeletons outside because I'll change them out throughout the month. And then some of it's for decking up in here. So hopefully maybe tomorrow-ish we'll have a chance to decorate in here before Angela goes to work. But yeah. Oh, and there's something else I gotta show you guys. So Woods' store, and by the way, he's another one that I go to, I hang out at. That's where we do our horror group meetings, horror movie group. I would say horror movie group, but here lately it's just been horror. We talk about horror in itself more than we talk about horror movies, but it's okay. I don't care. It's whatever. We have a good time, and that's the main thing. I'm probably going to bring me a soda this time when I go. But yeah, I usually take Daisy with me. But anyway, he's got a Woods up there. It's got a children's bookstore. It's right next to the Moonlit Pedicure. And I forgot the name of his store. So I may show you a pic of his store on here. But so if I did right there during the pause, that's what that was for. That's why I went, so that way I would remember to put that in there. So if that got on here. Anyway, here's one of the books I picked up today. I got to show y'all. Let me see if I can put this down without it falling and you all get... Okay, we're good. So this is one of the books. I got Grassly Crumb Tinies. So it's like, this is the illustration on it. It looks really cool. And he's got a bag that looks like this too. So I might get the bag later. Like if I start taking stuff to our meetings like that, I might grab that bag. So that way it'd be pretty cool. But so like it's a ABC book is really what it is. Amy, like A is for Amy that falls down the stairs. And then I'm going to skip a few because I don't want to ruin the whole book. But like D is for Desmond thrown out of a sleigh. E is for Ernest who choked on a peach. So it's like, basically, I think it's like this fatalities of all these children. H is for Hector, done in by a thug. So K is for Kate, who's struck by an axe. So like basically all these fatalities of children. I don't necessarily recommend this book for kids, but hey, if you're into horror, like I am, This is a really cool book. So I'm hoping he gets more stuff like this in his store. I'm sure he will. And when he does, I'm sure he'll let us know. And I'll pick some more of those books up. And then, of course, A is for Alien, another ABC book. But this is really cool, too. So if you really like the Alien franchise, this is really cool. I think I've mentioned this before, but this is my first time showing it. So, like, A is for Alien, and then I'm going to skip again because I don't want to ruin the book. But, like, I is for Investigate. The crew searches the ship for the creature. And then J is for Jones, the ship's cat who pops up without warning. So, stuff like that in the book. And then P is for Parker. He's looking for supplies. Q is for quiet. Don't make a noise or the alien will hear you. So there you go. So really cool book. So like I said, if you like the Alien franchise, if you're a big Alien fan, this might be a good book for you. And they've got more recommendations here on the back. They've got like a Planet of the Apes book that I might get later on. They got different Star Wars ones. They got the Haunted Mansion, Space Mountain. So I think these are like Disney ones from the sound of it, which, by the way, now Alien, whether you guys know or not, I think is now owned by Disney. So that might be the reason why they got this book. But I was thinking too, like, man, if they ever get a golden book now of somehow, some way, if they make a deal with, I'm trying to think of the name of that company now. But anyway, the ones that have the rights to like Halloween, and they come up with one of these, I would definitely get it. Or like, the ones that own Freddy Krueger and so Nightmare on Elm Street, and they own Friday the 13th. I'd love to get books like that of those too. That would be really cool. But, or Scream. Scream would be a good one. But anyway, so I thought those were really cool books. So I had to show y'all. So props out to his children's store. Even if you don't, that's the thing with his store though, is like, even if you don't have kids, I think you'll have it, which I try to tell a lot of my friends about too. So Martha Maynard, even if you're watching this, I think you would really like that store if you happen to be awake when it opens up, which, by the way, it opens up right around noon on most days. So if you're up around noon, chances are that store is open. A lot of the books are priced really well. I mean, it's not expensive by any means. I think like the Alien book, I paid like $5. And then I paid $5 for the Alien, and I paid $10 for that other book I shown you. So I don't think that's too bad. I think that's fairly reasonable for books like that. And it's books for my collection. So when people come in to my house, it's something that I can show them. Like, hey, this is really cool. Yeah, y'all might want to see these. These are really cool books. But yeah, so there's that. As I normally say, there's that. But I think we're gonna have. I gotta look out now and see next week. I'll probably look out and see if I can find some stuff I can make for Halloween, since now we're getting close to it. Some desserts and stuff like that. But I think Angela and I are going to really have a really nice Halloween this year. I really do. I think for the most part, we may just stay here at the house, or we may go to a hockey game on Halloween. I don't know what we're going to plan on doing yet in that regard. We're still in talks, but either way, I think we're going to have a lot of fun this year for Halloween. But there's that. But yeah, like I was saying, though, going back to it one more time, and then I'll let it go. But yeah, Martha's Manor and everybody else who's watching this right now, if you ever get a chance to go into Warrensburg, the Moonlit store and that children's bookstore are right just before you get to downtown Warrensburg. I mean, they're on Gay Street, just before you get down to downtown Warrensburg. Both stores, in my opinion, are like hidden gems of Warrensburg. Like, they are really cool places to go. They've got, both places have really cool people that run the shops. I think everybody would love those stores. They're different, and I think that's what makes them so cool. And like I was saying, like, I think it's where, like, when you walk into that children's bookstore, even though you're not a child, there's so many things in there that would spark your eye. Because, like, for example, I'm going to show you, there's something, one of the first things that we bought from his store, which we've got put up right now in the glass casing. We bought these. These are like wind-ups. There's one for Harry Potter, one for Star Wars. So, like, you wind them up and they play the music to those movies. He's got some, I think, of Indiana Jones in there. I think there's one of The Godfather that's in there. So, like I said, not everything in there is for kids necessarily. A lot of it may be for adults too. And also, he's got a lot of books that we grew up on. I don't know if he's got stuff, books from the 50s and 60s. He might, from the kids that grew up in the 50s and 60s. But he's got a lot of books like that we grew up on in the 90s in there. So I think it, like, for us, I think it would give us a chance to, like, relive our childhood. But at the same time, like, if you have kids, you're able to push your childhood. Well, I wouldn't say push your childhood, but, you know, like, let your kids experience like what we experienced when we were kids. So it's a really cool store. Again, he doesn't charge. I don't get paid by him to tell you about his store, nor do I get paid by Darby. They're just really good friends of mine. But they are people that became friends of mine when I went to their store and I kept going to their store and got to know them, which is another thing too. Which is another thing too, by the way, that I love about small town stores is little by little you kind of get to know the people that run those shops. And when you do, as you kind of get to know them more and more, they get to know you by name, and they get to know you by name. They get to know, like, you get to know them, basically. Like, it's like talking to your neighbor, more or less. So for that reason, I love going to those shops. It's, put it this way, like that show Cheers, it's a lot like that show Cheers when you go into these little shops. Like, everybody knows you. Even if you don't go in there to buy anything that day, just going in there just to talk to them, speak to them, you can have good conversations. You can't get that at Walmart a lot of times, because even though the employees and I'm sure the managers might get to know you as you come into their store and all that, and they get to see you every day, at least they say hi, they don't really know you by name. They don't really get a chance to really get to know you as a person because they are so busy. But when you go into these small shops, they get to know you. They treat you as if you were a neighbor, or as if you were, a family member. They'll ask you how your day is going. They may ask you where you work at, things like that, just to get to know you. And then little by little, they become really good friends. So, and in that shop too, and I gotta think of that guy's name too. But if I get a chance, I'll put that in here too. The place where I got these 3D things, that Spider. He is located actually in Knob Noster. He's got a little shop there where he makes these 3D things. And he's got his 3D printers right out in front. So you can actually, a lot of times when you go in, you can see stuff running on his 3D printers. And he's got a place in the back where you can play games, the board games. So he's getting that set up right now. And he told me that I guess he does have a Facebook page. So he will let me know when that's up and running, or through Facebook. He'll let us know when it's running, and maybe I'll get to go in there and shoot a video and show you guys what all goes, how that goes down. But he's got a really cool shop too. So that's some things to look, some of the hidden gems of Nam Noster in Warrensburg, and that's what we got at the Moonlit Market, or the Farmers Market, Moonlit Market, the Children's Bookstore, and the open air market today. So now Daisy and I are going to make our way up to Higginsville. I think they've got a fair going on up there, so we're going to head on up there and see what they got before my horror meeting tonight. Alright, so Daisy and I hear popping in the background back that way. Maybe they're having like some type of gun thing going on, I don't know. But anyway, we got like the carnival up here, and then some horse thing back that way. So we might go check out and see what the horse thing is. Alright, so we got tractors. We got here at the tail end of the parade, but it's okay. We didn't know when or they're doing all of this. There's some old cars up that way. I don't know if y'all can see on here or not. Y'all gotta see this one tractor that's headed up this way. I'm afraid to get too close because Daisy's behind me. Right now she's staying clear because I don't think she likes the vehicles. Oh, here it comes. Here comes the tractor. This tractor right here. That's freaking cool. That is a neat looking tractor. So there's that. And they got this white tractor. Another John Deere. It's coming up this way. Followed by a couple farmalls. Well, one farmall. One farmall and one Ford. Then an Oliver. So they got a tractor pull up this way tonight, so I'm assuming a lot of these are up here for that. John Deere, and they got an Alice. I think Daisy's afraid because there's flashy lights coming. Oh, and her horses. I think suddenly she's got a fear of horses. So they got this pony. There's the pony. That's really cool. And this horse. That truck dressed out in Chiefs. I'm not sure what the deal is, but go Chiefs. I'm out of here. And they got the fire trucks and the ambulance. Also, this is our house tonight. So as you can see, all our stuff stayed up. Fairly well lit, not bad. And now we've got the blood tonight, the blood light. So I had like a Chiefs light up here last night for Red Friday. But now we got the blood for Halloween, and I'll change that light out tomorrow night. Well, I could probably change it out every other night, or every night I should say, so until Halloween day. That's pretty cool though. All right, y'all, Missouri won again. Missouri won, Missouri won, Missouri won. They won. Daisy's happy, they won, Daisy's happy. What you think, Daisy? I think she's happy. Guys, I'm gonna take you on a tour. So we did change out the Halloween in here. So we've got our Halloween-y blankets. We got Ghostbusters, Annabelle, of course the movie Halloween. We've got, I'm gonna change these out. I think I'm gonna keep Beetlejuice, but I'm gonna change that one out. But yeah, so we got that going on, and then over here, we've got some Halloween going on. I changed all of that out to Halloween. And then our table. I might show family later. But yeah, and then over here, we've got that going on. And some more Halloween. And more Halloween. You know what? Why not? So I think this will turn on. I think I do have it plugged in. We'll see. Nope, I don't yet. But I will have that plugged in. So it will, here in a little bit, we'll have that flaming. But for Halloween, because why not? It needs to be on for Halloween, right? But yeah, so there's your Halloween looks. We got Halloween, we got our paintings up. There's our paintings. And like I said, one more look around. So we even got this, like our candy right here, and then you've got like our candle holder where the candles have melted in blood. And then you have the spider. This spider. And over here we've got Angela's gnomes just hanging out. So they're there. I think it's very homey, if I must say so myself. I really like the blankets. I think that really makes it look like we're about to watch a lot of scary movies in here. So, which we probably will. But there's that, and like I said, and then you got the kitchen going on, like, ooh, probably gonna be eating some Halloween food and some Halloween candy, which again, we probably will. So, oh, and then I'll take you guys into the kitchen as well, because the party don't stop in here. I don't know if Angela's gonna add anything to her craft room yet or not. Kitchen's got a little bit. We've got that going on. And then we've got some of our signs. So the Witch's Brew. And then over here, we've got a wanted man. So there's that. All right, so if you come in here, I was showing you a while ago. So I got Beetlejuice up there. So I got Halloween a little decked up in here. We've got Halloween over here. We got some ghosts. Eventually I'll get some more of the Moonlit Pedicure candles, some of these, because I like how even they're dark like that. So I'll get those for up here maybe, but for now, you know. So there's my little Halloween for in here. So I'll probably be watching some Halloween in this room. Pardon some of the clutter, but there's that. All right, so about to watch the Chiefs game tonight. It is Sunday Night Football, and I'm going to try this soda here with my my nice football food here of wings and chips and salsa. You know, every fan's favorite, so to speak. Well, I don't know about every fan's, but you know. All right, so we have this Pepsi, and I think it's Osmathus is the name of the flower. It's supposed to be kind of like, taste like honey, I guess. Almost like honey. I don't know. So we're going to try it. I just know that this definitely comes from China. So it is a Chinese Pepsi. So yeah, we'll taste it out real quick and see what it tastes like. The other house here on 3rd Street. I missed this one the other day, but there's that one. That one's really cool too. So there's a few houses. I think there's some more in town. I'll check it out here throughout the week and all that. So maybe I'll check it out again tomorrow night. We'll see. All right, check this out, guys. Here's another house. I want to say that's my cousin's house, but I'm not sure. But look at this. That is really cool. There is so much going on in that house. He's got so much going on. That is really cool. That is so cool. All right. And that one's right here in Sedalia. All right, so here we go. Let me see if I can set this puppy down where y'all can still see me. I think y'all can see me just fine. Oh, and I got, you know, for other snacks, we also got Cracker Jacks, you know, everybody's favorite. I think that's more of a baseball thing, but I do it for football too. Plus, I got some Oreos in there and some candy as well. So, I mean, basically enough to make the belly fatter, I guess. No wonder we get fat around football season. All right, so here we go. We're going to try the Osmathus Pepsi. So, I think that's how you pronounce it, is Osmathus, or is Osmathus. I don't know. Osmanthus. I don't know. I might be mispronouncing it. And if I am, I apologize. I'm doing the best I can. I've never heard of it before. So here we go. It tastes like a Pepsi. Okay, I do get a slight like honey-ish taste in the background, but it's not really overbearing or anything. You're still getting the Pepsi taste to it. Yeah, there's definitely a honey taste in like the aftertaste. But like the Pepsi's like in the forefront. So you're still getting that Pepsi taste. I like that. Another thing I'm noticing too is it definitely has the sugar, but it doesn't seem like it has as much sugar as the Pepsi, you know, here in America does. That's actually really good. I wish they had this kind of Pepsi here. This is actually really good. I would give it a 10 out of 10. I would definitely buy this again. It's really good. I was kind of iffy about it because, okay, I have flour, or I'm eating a plant, or drinking a plant. I'm drinking a plant. But it actually tastes really good with the Pepsi. It kind of, you know, it doesn't take away from the Pepsi taste. You're still getting the Pepsi, but yet it's still really good. Yeah, I like it. I like it. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. I like it. 10 out of 10. Now on to watching my game. While my neighbor is in the back here yelling. I don't know what's going on, but I'm keeping to myself. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Oops. Ready for Sunday Night Football, guys. Ready for Sunday Night Football. Got the red up in the back. We're ready for this. All right, y'all. Chiefs won. I'm happy about that. So I'll finish up this video Monday night. So since it's late tonight, I won't finish the video tonight, but yeah. All right, y'all, so I'm wrapping up the video. It's actually Tuesday is when I'm wrapping this video up, which I might start doing from now on. I may just wrap them up on Tuesdays. The more and more I think about it, just because I think more people are likely to watch these videos on Tuesday or Wednesday, for one, and for two, so I might do that. But I was gonna say, and for two, the weekend really isn't over yet on Sunday night, and I still may want to add something like I did this last Sunday was different. It was a Sunday night game with the Chiefs, and I thought, like, okay, I could probably finish this video up right after the game is over, and then stupid me, I forgot, because it's been a year, I guess. So I forgot that those games end like at 10:30, so I was way too tired. And then yesterday I was like, okay, I'll get back into it, and I was way too tired, and I completely forgot, because it's go like, okay, maybe I'll do it after this, and then I just completely forgot, zoned out, because I was just so tired from my first day back at work, so after the weekend. But yeah, so I'm thinking that might be what I might do from now on, if you guys are okay with that anyway. I'll probably just do like a quick recap on Tuesday, like I'm doing right now, to end my video, and then maybe do some questions if I feel like it and all that, and then go from there. I did want to show y'all something, though, because what I meant to do Sunday night when the Chiefs were on, which, by the way, they won, so I'm happy about that. They beat the Giants. It wasn't the prettiest win, but hey, they got the job done. So, all right, so I'm going to show y'all, which I might change my skeletons out. I'm going to change them out this week anyway, but this rain came in, and when it did, it kind of changed. I mean, it didn't really change my plans. I still want to go out there and change them out, which I might do this evening if the rain allows me. If not, they'll just stay as is for right now, because they're wet, and yeah. But if the rain stays away real quick, I might be able to get a chance to, stays away for a while, I might have a chance to do something. But anyway, so first off, I found this wig, right? Okay, bear with me, because it has to deal with those skeletons out here. So, at Walmart, the one in Sedalia, I don't know if the one in Warrensburg has these or not, and these are for girls, so I don't know how well they're going to fit my skeletons, but it seems like the extra large men's shirts are a little big on them anyway, so it may not be too bad. So we've got this, so we'll see how well this works. Right now, all it includes is the top, and then that's it. But I might see if Angela's got a skirt that we can throw on him. Throw on the skeleton out there. So we'll make it into Taylor Swift. And then we'll have one that looks like Travis Kelce, with the bare chest. And yeah, and then we'll have one that looks like Travis out there. So at least that's the idea. But I'll do that when we get closer to Red Friday. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah. And I may not do that this weekend just because, like I said, with the rain, and since I might be borrowing one of Angela's skirts, I don't know if she wants it necessarily getting wet with the rain, but we'll see. We'll see. Because I should be able to clamp it on without a problem as far as that goes. But that's my idea anyway. We'll see how it goes. But I do like the way we got this house looking for October, and yeah, I know that one day I did talk for like 15 minutes, so I think we're gonna be okay as far as time goes. I might be able to do a couple questions on here, and then I'm gonna call it. I don't think I'm gonna worry about the tarot card deck this time around, because we had some pretty cool stuff there. But if I can find my book, and I'm still looking for a bookmark, so bear with me. But they should have a vendor thing this weekend, so I might get a bookmark for this about that time. All right. Let's see, fortune cookie. Something you don't mind paying money for.
depends. What would you consider? I have answered those. Scuba diving. Okay, these I have not. So, scuba diving, I don't think I have. I would remember. If only I can remember my last question, that would help. Well, I'll get a bookmark this weekend, I promise. So, okay, I know I didn't answer these. So let's go back a little bit. Yeah, I haven't answered these yet either. I feel like I have that. Werewolf, I think I have. Costume, I think that was one of the last questions I asked. Are you much? Okay, so let's just jump right in. So I'm pretty sure I answered what was the last thing you dressed up in costume as. I'm pretty sure I did that last time. What is the funniest pet name you've ever heard? I think we answered that one too. Are you much of a thrill seeker? So. Do you wake up with a smile? No. I'm an adult, so I wake up more or less like, oh God, and then I look over to well, now it'd be my phone, because my phone has the alarm that wakes me up now. So I look at my phone like, are you for reals? Is it really time to get up? Yep, it's time to get up. And there's other times when it'll go off on the weekends like that, and I'll look over, turn my phone off, and say F you, and go right back to sleep. So there are times I've done that. Angela just laughs at me when I do that, but like, yeah, I even forgot what the hell I had it set for. There's nothing to do today. What is your favorite piece of jewelry? I don't have one. I guess it would be my glasses if you want to count that as jewelry. There you go. Have you entered a talent contest? If so, what is your act? I did enter a talent contest a long time ago, back when I was in high school. I chose to rap, and that was what I chose, is do a rap, because I was really good at it, but when I got to the talent show, I completely bombed it. So, as in, I did not do very good. But yeah. Now, I'm not going to rap for you guys right now, because it's been a long time since I've rapped. So, but I know in high school I could do it pretty good. But I think with some practice I could do it again, but I need some practice. Let's see here. Have you ever faked your way through something? If so, what? Oh, I'm sure I have. As the saying goes, I mean, fake it till you make it, right? So, I'm sure I have. But just nothing is coming to mind at the moment. But I know I have faked my way through stuff. I know in high school I faked my way through some quizzes. There's a couple times when somehow miraculously I did all right on the quiz. There's other time, although more often than not, I would fail the quiz if I didn't study for it. But there's a couple times where I didn't study for it, and I still passed it. So, there's a few times when, I know when a teacher would ask us to do an assignment and I didn't know anything about the assignment, but I would still try to, or they look at you, they call on you and say like, Gil, do you know such and such? And you try to basically fake your way out of it like, sure, I know it. And you give them an answer hoping to God that you're right. Or at least half right. How long do you think you'll live? I have no idea. I don't even try to guess anything like that. So my best bet is I'm going to live until the day I die. That's how I see it. I don't try to make any predictions on how long I'm going to live for. Used to when I was a kid, I'd say like at least 100. But now that I'm a little bit older and all that, and I know like how hard it is to get to 100, I'm like, you know what? I'll live as long as God will allow me to live. I hope I get to 100. Let's put it that way. I hope I get to that age. That would be awesome. But if it's not in the cards, it's not in the cards. I will live as long as God allows me to. If your significant other went to jail, would you wait for them to get out? Depends on what Angela did to get in there in the first place. That would be my thing. Depends on what she did and how long she's in for. So, I mean, like, for example, like I don't know if I brought that up before on here or not, but if she were a serial killer, we found out tomorrow she had a whole bunch of bodies buried somewhere. I don't think I'm waiting for her to get out. I don't think first off, I don't think she's getting out. Although I think I would be too traumatized at the moment, and the fact that I married a serial killer and I didn't know it. So there's that. She's like a serial rapist or something. I mean, girls can rape guys too, or rape other women for that matter. So, but yeah, so she was like a serial rapist or something like that. I don't know if I'd wait for her. It just depends. Like I said, it depends on what she did as to whether I'd wait for her or not. But I don't think I have that to worry about. I don't think she would do anything. I mean, depends on, like I said, depending on what it was. If it was something as simple as shoplifting or something like that, where she's not going to be in for too long, then yeah. Be like, shame on you, honey, for stealing, but yes, I'll wait on you. Understand I may not be able to visit you as often as I would like to because I'm going to have to get a second job to keep the bill, to make up for your paycheck while you're in jail. But, I mean, we'll do what we got to do until you get out and then go from there. But, yeah. I don't see, like I said, I'd probably wait on her. But anyway, depending on what she did. But that is all I got for y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for y'all. And maybe I'll do the tarot card deck on the next video. We shall see. I'll probably try to go to some more Halloween lighted up houses. I might try to go next weekend. And next weekend I might try to go to some that are lit up in Sedalia. I might try to go with Martha Eve Maynor because I know he works overnights. Maybe he's seen a couple in Sedalia that are already lit up. that might be really cool for me to go check out. So I might ask him, see what he knows. And then maybe check out a couple in Lamont next weekend or something, just to keep myself busy, keep myself occupied. But I might even see if we got any more in Sedalia as far as that goes. I know I didn't hit up all of them, so there might be some more. The thing of it is they're not like Christmas lights. They're not like everywhere. They're kind of like scattered out right now. I think as Halloween lights become more and more popular, more people will get them, but right now it's few and far between. But it's becoming more and more accepted now, put it that way, but I would still like to see more. Anywho, that's all I got for y'all. Like I said, so I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Peace out. Bye for now.